Are we live? All right, hey, what's up? Jay's here at the 509 headquarters in Spokane, Washington, ready to bring to you our live event, the official kickoff to winter. Now we're doing things a little bit different this year. Last time we were in the E-room, the experience room, but today we're coming to you live from the kitchen at 509 headquarters. This is where all the employees refuel their passion when designing some of the top gear for you guys out there on the mountain. We brought in some of the top riders on our team this year. We're going to have kind of a little bit of a block party this year. And to help us set the vibe, we have Brick, I always get this wrong, it's so hard to say, Brick West Brewery supplying all the beer for us today. So thank you. They're located in Spokane. We're super psyched to have them help us get things started today. Now, since last time we had the drop of the 2022 lineup, last year we introduced the women lineup. That was really popular. We're glad to have all the ladies having the top gear on the mountain. This year the new gear has already dropped, but we're not here to talk about that. We kind of want to kick it off with just some stories from the guys, see what they did over the summer, what they got planned for the winter. We've already all been to Heydays. I know some of you guys couldn't make it to Heydays, so that's one of another reasons why we're having this event here today. We all had an epic winter last year. Myself, I had a great winter, and then of course we had Spring Fling. Spring Fling went off without a hitch this year. It was May 7th. For those of you who don't know, that is a free event that we throw every year in Colorado. We did a freestyle show. It has live music, free food, free beer. We do a big charity raffle. This year we raised over $32,000 and donated it all back into Colorado snowmobiling. So thank you to all of our sponsors. None of that would be possible without 509's generous donation. They donate product. They help us get it all set up. So thanks to 509 and the other sponsors for doing that. Let's do a quick interview with who we have here today. Going down the line, we'll start down here. We have Kyle Saxon. We got Scott Iyer. We got Blaine Matthews, Jay Mentenberry, Sam Skinner, Maverick Walker, and then we got the three CBoys. We got Ben, Ryan, and Micah. Now, if you guys are watching on YouTube, you want to get to the 509 page. That is ride509.com/live. That's where you can get involved with chat. We're going to be doing some awesome giveaways today, so make sure you are watching on the website. Get involved with the chat now. It's pretty easy. You just jump on there to register. I think you got to click in your email address. That's it. Once you're in, you can get active with the chat. We're going to be asking the guys questions later. Your questions, get live answers from the athletes, what's going on. So make sure you, again, jump on that website, ride509.com/live. Now you'll notice all the guys are wearing some of our limited edition tees. We had these available at Heydays. We have a little bit left. So if you're interested in getting, these are drops that we do just for these live events. So jump on the website, grab those. We got Wake Up and Smell the Two-Stroke. And then of course we got down here, ask me about my goggles. What about your goggles there, Scott?
I don't know.
So those t-shirts come with a free pair of goggles. So don't miss out. Again, those are in limited quantity. They're on the website. Make sure that you are on the website if you're interested in ordering that. If you can't hear me, if you're watching the show and you can't hear, make sure to check your mute on your on the webpage. There's a little mute button, so if you're having a hard time hearing us right now, I guess we've seen a couple comments that they couldn't hear us. Check your mute, make sure you're getting all the sound so you hear what these guys have to say. All right, so don't forget, you can also ask questions in the chat. We're going to be asking the athletes, they're going to be answering those live. What do we got first? We're going to do a quick introduction. We got Sam Skinner from SS Freeride out in Alpine. How you doing today, Sam?
I'm great, Des. How are you?
I'm stoked that you guys are here. We're missing Ross, so I'm glad to have all you guys helping us out. Is there anything you want to talk about that you got planned for this winter?
Just a bunch of tours, man. Have as much fun as possible, and yeah. Just
Nice.
Promote the Stoke and have a great time.
Do you have availability still? I know you book out pretty fast.
Very little.
Limited availability. So if you're
Yeah.
interested in doing that, make sure to check out SS Freeride. What's the website?
Just sanskinner.com.
Sanskinner.com. That's easy enough. We can do that. Let's also get to know a little bit about Kyle Saxon down here. Kyle, how you doing?
Man? How are you?
Good, good. Now I know that you and Maverick both are jumping on with Arctic Cat this year. How's it feel to have that OEM support?
It's awesome. It's a great feeling. Lots of hard work behind it, but stoked it's going about.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah, that's pretty hard to get in the industry, some factory support. These guys have worked really hard. Maverick, how do you feel joining the team?
Very stoked. I couldn't be happier, honestly.
That's awesome. That's cool. Of course, you guys know that Jay and Blaine are in the Rimshaw circuit. They're getting excited for winter. You guys got any big plans for this winter?
Nothing really out of the ordinary as of now. Just hopefully there's good snow and everyone stays safe, first of all, and then we can go out and kick some Keith Curtis butt and all those guys.
Are you guys racing for second? Or
No, hell no. I mean, let's be real. He's the guy to beat, right?
Yeah.
So we're just trying to do our homework and get to that pace, and otherwise just have a ball in the backcountry and
Nice.
blow off some steam there and.
Very cool. So here's the real question: who's faster between the two of you?
Oh,
That's tough. It
let's leave
depends.
it up to these guys.
Yeah.
We go back and forth, but I'd say honestly last year he did quite a bit better overall. I mean,
It's pretty funny. Like we sit there and we walk the hill together at all these courses, and we sit there together and we pick out lines and different options, and that's what's kind of cool about it is we sit there and it's not like we're trying to beat one another. We're trying to be successful as kind of team.
Right.
We're kind of him and I have kind of been rock and rolling together for a few years now, pretty hard in back country and on the race course. But it makes it fun. Then you go down the starting line and and it's again you're still racing everybody else, but we're a pair.
I don't know about you, Blaine, but when I get to the starting line, I forget about everything we talked about on the hill. Those lines, I don't hit them. And then it's funny, we get back down and we're like, did you go there? Did you go there? And we're like, no, I just went wherever it took me.
Yeah, that's how it goes every
That's
time.
racing, though, sometimes.
That's
It's
awesome.
all good. It's fun.
Scott, you're one of the 509 ambassadors. You're local here. You do a lot of creating your own content, some product reviews. Is there anything special you have coming up this winter you want to talk about?
At the beginning of winter, we have a little bit of a kickoff party here in local Coeur d'Alene area, kind of close to Spokane. But October 29, we're just getting a bunch of people together, kind of a shop party, and we're gonna do some raffles, so give away some free stuff, and or not free stuff, but
Pay for it.
you gotta pay for it. Yeah. You gotta pay for the raffles.
Where's it going to be at?
It's gonna be just in Wolf Lodge, so it's just east of Coeur d'Alene. So,
Awesome.
and then all proceeds are going to our Avalanche Center, just to help out with that. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Now, a lot of you guys give a lot back. It's really nice that they can, volunteer some of their time to help make a difference in the sport. Avalanche safety and awareness is a huge thing that we've all been kind of pushing. It's kind of, on the forefront of a lot of our agendas this year. So we want to make sure everybody's out there getting educated, getting their Avalanche certifications. If you don't know where to get that done, there's all kinds of groups. The ARI, Mike Duffy does some stuff. Ski-Doo does a bunch of programs.
Yeah, you can go to any Ski-Doo dealership and attend a free Avalanche seminar by Mike. So.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of ways. There's no excuse these days not to be getting Abby savvy, as they say. Last but not least, we got the CBoys in the house. Now, pretty much everybody knows who they are, but if by chance you don't, these guys, small town guys, created their own brand. What do they have? 1 million followers now on YouTube?
Yeah, 1.2.
What do you guys got planned for this winter?
I mean, that's kind of the beauty of what we do is we don't really have a plan.
I like it.
And I don't know, man. We've got a lot of fun plans for the winter just to really bring something different to the industry that's entertaining of shit that you wouldn't. Sorry. Things that you wouldn't.
There's no delay here, sorry.
Yeah, of things that you wouldn't necessarily go out and do in the backcountry. So for us to go out and do it, you just be entertained by it. That's something that we want to do this winter. And,
also show the background of these guys when we get to ride with them. Show the personalities that they are, because they're a riot.
Yeah, for sure. That's kind of what we bring to the table is just the realness of it. We show getting stuck. We show the crashes, and it's such a new age where you don't have to be an athlete to be entertaining. And we just bring the personality and the real side of it, and it's worked.
Well, you guys do an amazing job. Your reach is, I think all these guys would love to have that level of reach. So congratulations on being able to accomplish that. Again, we got Micah, Ryan, and Ben from CBoys. Now, you may have noticed these beautiful trophies here at the front. We're going to be doing some categories today. The categories that we're going to be giving away is Best Crash. I think he's already claiming Best Crash.
No, it's a great job.
Oh, great job. We're going to have Biggest Air, Most Technical
Spare
Riding,
parts.
and then we're going to also do a Best Overall. Now, you're going to have a chance to vote. We're going to be playing those later. You're going to have a chance to jump online. If you're on the website, ride509.com/live, you want to jump on there, register, and then you get in the chat. So actually a little vote icon is going to pop up where you'll be able to vote after each category. And then what we're really all here probably for is the free stuff, right? We're going to be doing some giveaways. We got a full set of head-to-toe gear. So that's boots, pants, jacket, goggles, gloves, helmet, all for that's for the pre-registering. And then we have, it looks like we have, I think, 5 $250 gift cards, but that seems kind of weak to me. I'm going to go ahead, I think it's all right. I'm going to go ahead and bump those up to $509. So we're going to be giving away 500, wait, they're saying no? It's live. Too late. Sorry,
Too
they're
late.
Can I win one?
$509 gift certificates to people in the chat. So make sure you're jumping on there, get in the chat, throw some snowflakes in the chat right now so we can see it lighted up. And then we'll be selecting some winners from at random for those 509 gift certificates. And then at the end, near the end of this program tonight, we're going to do 2 new YouTube webisodes. Now, you may have noticed 509 did not release a movie last year, and they, David McKinney and Michael Reeve, they shifted over to doing webisodes. It's just been better outreach, getting the content to you guys all year long. So we had a whole series this year. And then we're going to have 2 new live ones. There's going to be one focused on Cody Borchers and then one focused on Cody McNulty. So make sure to stay tuned, check out those, and then we'll be doing some more giveaways right after we play those. And do you guys want to play one of the videos right now? We're going to do a category video yet? Not yet. No. Okay. Well, we're moving around my script down to the categories. Let's do a little break the ice. One of the awards that we're going to give away is Best Overall Episode. You guys got any favorites? Anybody? Who do you think's going to be maybe winning that out of this group? Let's exclude these guys, but
content's like
How is it a YouTube series and the YouTubers didn't make the series?
well, it was the best riding episode. So maybe next year you guys are going to get there. Don't worry.
We're just
Gotta step up the game a little bit.
We're hoping down for the trail riders.
Yeah, right.
What was does anybody have a favorite episode that they saw this year?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it is.
They're all so good, like everybody stepped up and, like it was tough snow conditions this year and it seemed like everybody made the best of it. We found some good honey holes here and there and I mean, everybody did. That's the thing, it wasn't like everybody one guy had the best snow somewhere, it was tough everywhere, I think, and that's a tough one.
Now, most of the content previously was all focused on riding, and if you watched any of the episodes on YouTube, it had a lot more stuff about behind the scenes. What do you guys think you have more fun, making the videos, or the prepping, getting ready to do the hits, or the hits themselves?
Well, riding's always fun. So probably making it,
If
Right.
you can have fun making it while you're, prepping and just out there riding, that's the perfect day for us,
Yeah.
And that's what we want to kind of transition to. In the past, it's been like, cut and dry. You gotta be serious and just work, which it's still, serious, but I mean, we're having fun out there anyway. Let's show that and let's lighten the mood up, right? And that's what I love about the CBoys. I rode with them a few times in the past 2 years.
Right.
Just
days
absolutely no
of my
talent
life.
involved.
No, I mean,
You drag them up almost every hill.
for
You have a lot of fun doing
flatlanders,
it.
they're pretty good, but
Yeah, no, you guys are way more fun when the cameras aren't rolling and when there's absolutely no one watching. That's when you guys are the most entertaining. And we're like, dude, what are you doing?
I
Like,
know.
show the camera this side of you guys. So
there
Yeah.
must be something in the water in Minnesota or Cameron.
I don't know if it's good or not, yeah.
we're pretty camera shy and kind of awkward, but
Well,
learning.
for
I
you
wouldn't
guys
say
is
that.
cool.
I wouldn't say that, but you just like I think you overthink it. Where it's
Yeah.
like no, people want to see the behind the scenes that you wouldn't think would be entertaining.
Yeah.
Where it's like no, that's what's real. That's
Yeah.
what makes watching the jump so much better because you saw the build up before.
Right, all the
And then the personality behind the person hitting the jump, where it's like, Jay is an absolute sender, but then we find out that Blaine is equally as much of a sender, but like the craziest guy you've ever met. And you would never know that because he's pretty quiet and reserved until he just starts telling you stories, and you're like, dude, how are you not like the most famous guy alive?
how are you not on Discovery Channel?
Yeah, there should be a show just about Blaine. Yeah.
Who's Bear Grylls compared to Blaine?
Yeah.
Who's Bear Grylls?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think
Bear
Blaine would teach Bear Grylls how to survive in the wild.
Exactly.
Hey, I would be down for that.
Yeah,
Little Nat Geo Discovery action.
Yeah.
yeah. You guys,
Animal Planet, maybe.
I think like since we met though, everyone is almost showing more of that side of themselves though.
Honestly, seeing you guys do what you do, it's making me more comfortable to just not overthink it, and that's
That's
like
the
if
main thing.
anyone watching can take something away, don't overthink anything in life, right? Because like
Never think ever.
Well, and I think our industry has changed where it used to be it was all image.
Yeah.
You had to be an extreme rider. You had to nail every jump. And I
Yeah,
think that even the companies have been more relaxed on allowing you guys to show a little bit more personality, letting your image show. So I think that's a big change that's happened recently in the industry. So it's cool to see riders doing that more.
it's refreshing because
Yeah.
honestly, like that's just not my personality type. But
Yeah.
now that I know it's kind of okay, then
Right.
Well, I think a big part of it
It's
is too
comfortable.
is like our industry's still so new, like with what's going on, like with actually people being able to ride for a living or actually get paid to ride or whatever you want to call it. They're a little bit afraid to like step on the wrong toes or what do you
Yep.
things like that. But you can still be yourself and not like piss people off or whatever you want
Upset
to call it.
people.
Upset people off.
Yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, like you had companies like 509 come in, and they're a little bit more aggressive with it. That it's like, no, be yourself. That's what people want to see, and they've curated a group of athletes that truly are.
Were you pointing at yourself during that?
No, I'm not saying. No.
I saw this.
a trio of
I'm saying athletes
I would say
and
Ryan.
us.
I would say Ryan.
No, I'm saying they have curated like a group of athletes
saying-
that are more
I'm
than
saying-
athletes, where you guys have so much to show, and they've like been really aggressive with that because they've taken chances on like the crazy ones, especially with us. We're the crazy ones, you know. That's who I'm talking about on that. But so it's like when guys like David are like, no, you can be wild, show it. We're still gonna support you. If you mess up a little bit, that's okay. We're all humans.
Just magic of editing too. So
Magic of editing too, but I don't know. They've really like disrupted the market too, and I think all these brands are now starting to come around to it because of what they've done.
Yeah,
yeah, for
I
sure.
agree. It's like a weight lifted off the shoulders.
Really, you felt like you couldn't like.
Yeah, I was just like Shane said, not stepping on toes and not saying like trying to be diplomatic and politically correct, which you still need to be, professional. But
Yeah.
just like take a breath and just have fun, and because that's what we're doing. I don't have a bad day on snow, so let's show all that, and let's be real.
I mean, you have some days that don't really go your way, or you didn't get accomplished what you want to accomplish, but you're still on the snow and you're still having a great time, and you're still with your buddies. I think that's a big
Yeah.
thing too.
Right.
Even if you're building jumps, or you're stuck, jumps, if you're
Or
building
hitting a
jumps,
stump.
or hitting stumps, or you're stuck,
Hitting
or
a
whatever,
stump.
you're still having a great time.
Yeah,
It's-
even if you hit a stump.
even if you're dying, you're still having a lot of fun. So it's,
Now, one thing a lot of people always ask me, and I'm sure you guys get it asked all the time: how do you get hooked up or sponsored by a brand like 509? Does anybody want to share their origin story with 509? Jay, how'd you connect with 509 originally?
I'm not sure mine makes no sense.
Showing up at parking lots saying, "Can I ride with you?"
With film crews or with?
Honestly, I mean, more or less, yeah.
Right.
When I was like 15, I'd go to Alpine, the Grays River parking lot, ask for food, ask for gas money,
Well, you
and,
had your hot dogger from yesterday.
and then say, "Can I ride with you guys?" Because when I growing up, I was just geeked out on sledding and like being in a film and all that, as we all were, I'm sure, are.
For sure.
And yeah, I mean, I was fortunate enough to be in Alpine, Wyoming, which is kind of a hub of snowmobiling, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I literally went to the Gray's parking lot one day and met up with Phil Wybar,
Right.
which he was kind of one of the pioneers in the film segment of 509 back in the day. And he said, yeah, sure, and here we are.
Nice. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I always thought it'd be something related to racing or something like that. but-
I mean, that does help too, for sure. Like, racing can get your foot in the door.
yeah.
That's kind of my
Yeah,
outlet
he's a
little
good
bit,
example
like,
of that.
you know, like I come into the snowmobile world and the racing side, and obviously Jay and I become close friends right away, and we're partners in the whole deal. But the backcountry ride, you know, and he was always going to film with 509, and so I kind of just started going with him on the shirt tail there, and you know, and kind of trying to expose myself as much as I could. But yeah, the racing was kind of my inlet, you know, to it, you
Right.
know, and having some success there as well.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
They have
And
to
that-
do the work.
Right.
Yeah, like
Regardless,
yeah.
it's not just, you don't just, you know, show up and they're like, oh yeah, here you go. I mean, the guy's got to stay dedicated, hooked, you know, and you got to try, because, you know, they're not just handing out freebies. You know, you know, these companies are expecting things in return. You know, it's a full circle, and you got to do the work.
It's weird because sponsorships for me are like one of the only situations in life where you get paid before you're expected to do the work. So
Yeah.
you get the gear at the beginning of the year, whatever your contract may be, and then boy, you better deliver that year or
Yeah.
they're going to notice. So it is a weird situation.
Yeah, they're like performance-based contracts.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're expected to do this, and if you don't deliver on this, then that's fine. We're just going to pull the reins back, and
Right.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, but it's like when you are hitting up companies, like I remember us doing it when we were 12 years old, like reaching out to 509 or really any company and being like, hey, can you send us free gear or this or that? It's like, if you don't bring any value
Right.
to a company, they're just not, they might respond, but
Well,
I mean,
Yeah, bring something new to the
yeah,
table.
you got to bring
Exactly.
something to
What-
the table.
What are you going to do that's different from you guys, from Matt, from myself, from
Yeah.
Jay, from everyone here? What are you going to do that's different, that brings value to 509 or whatever other company? That's what you have to ask yourself.
Yeah.
Not what you can do, or not,
They
you know,
can do for
not what
you.
they can do for you, but what you can do for them.
Right.
And that's where the value builds.
And if you can show that, then it's pretty obvious. But
Oh,
if
yeah.
you can't show that, if you're like scratching your head, like, well, what can I do? Then
Yeah.
you're probably not going to get hit back or, you know, get that sponsorship
Yeah.
deal.
And to me, it seems like the guys that are the most genuine and the most themselves, not trying to copy someone else, are the ones that seem to be the most successful. I think it was Snoop Dogg that said, like, nobody can be me. Like, nobody
Yeah.
can be a better version of me.
Yeah.
So he's going to be himself.
And no one
always.
grow
Well,
up
and that's
like
your
that.
goal. Like,
Yeah.
be the best. Be you.
Yeah, be the best version
Be
of
the best
yourself.
you can be.
All right,
guys.
we've been
Yeah,
chatting for a
Diz.
bit now, but we have kind of forgotten what we're here to do, and that is give away free stuff. So let's jump on the chats. I know if you've been really active in there, we're going to bust you out and give you an award. So I think the staff has picked someone out. We got Toby Emond. Congratulations, you just won our first 509 gift certificate, $509 gift certificate. We'll be reaching out to you through the chats. Actually, we'll send you an email. And so you'll be notified on how to get that, and you'll be able to jump on the website and order whatever you want. I think we should start doing the categories. Are you ready to do the first category? The first category is going to be crashes. Now we've all been
Kyle
in
for
some,
500.
we've all been in some amazing crashes, but I'm serious. Kyle's been pushing, the sport, doing these insane off-axis inverted airs. You've probably had some of the biggest crashes in the last few years. Is there any mindset for you, when you're learning a new trick, inevitably, or pushing the sport to a new level, inevitably you're going to have some crashes. There's going to be some failures. Is there a mindset when you go into how to have a successful crash?
Don't give up. You can't give up on it. I mean, you can't let it scare you to where you don't come back to try again. Because if you don't come back, you'll never succeed at it.
Right.
You can't be afraid to fail, right?
Exactly.
You got to give her.
Yep.
Just go.
And committing
Yeah,
through the
yeah.
whole process. If you're gonna do it, do it. Otherwise,
Yep.
if you
And if you're
don't
going in
commit,
scared and timid,
right? Then you're
it's,
just
it's all the
you're
confidence. for
already
sure.
losing. You gotta if you're gonna do it, do it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And
Send it.
how many times have you been like super off axis and say you jump off because it's just a weird feeling? We all know that. Well, maybe not them, but I'm kidding. But you're
CBoys
super
are
off
getting
axis
hard.
and you jump off, and your sled a lot of the time will actually land on its skis, and you're like,
And you're
oh
like,
my God,
whoa.
if I just hold on,
Yeah.
maybe it'll work out.
Learn a little something from each time you
Right.
crash,
For
too.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Now on video, we always see, of course, mostly successes. You know, you guys are starting to show some more of your crashes. Is there
Never
any?
showed me as crashes.
Is there any trick or something that it's only been crashes? Is there still one out there that you're trying to reach? Is there one that's, you know, you got your, it's on the top of your list to pull off that you haven't been there yet? Or
That just always progresses. That's the fun part about riding is there's always something to chase. There's always the next level. That's part of the process that I love of it, you know.
right? Yeah.
It's not always a success, but the failures too that are fun to learn from.
And that's the beauty of snowmobiling is that like the opportunities are endless. You know,
It's not.
it's
like,
hard to
this
relate
is
to
what you
anything.
can do.
Right, like it's anything you see and look at during the day is your playing field.
Yeah, but you guys are nuts.
Yeah, but what?
Like I don't. When I still am just mind blown every time you look at something, and then before I'm like, dude, don't hit it. Let me get the camera out. Already hit, already sent, and I'm like, that was insane. And then you just do something like 10 times bigger, like nothing. Like, how do you do it every time? It seems like you guys are just fearless.
It's a feeling, man.
Yeah, you fuel off that. Like it kind of builds a fire in you, and you hit one. You know, it was cool, pumps you up. So you know, whether we're talking jump, tree line, you know, tricky stuff, whatever it may be. But you know, it's you just fuel off this stuff. You
And
know,
it seems like each fail too. Sometimes, you know, when you're going for something new, like maybe you're 60% short, and then the next time you're 65% short. So it's actually, even though they look all like crashes,
It's
there is a
calculated.
progression. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're getting
Progression.
closer and closer
It
and
is.
closer to getting that trick or making that line.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's how you push the sport, right? I mean, if it's going to be the same thing for the next 30 years, how's it going to be interesting? How's it going to be relative? How is it going to be fun for the next generation if we can't continue to push?
You think there is a cap, though?
No.
Yeah.
You don't
Not even
think so?
close.
Not with
No
the way
way.
snow forms and the mountains we have to ride.
and the way
And this-
technology
yeah.
progressing
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
skills
Look
are
at
progressing.
Moto.
Dude, it's
Look at Moto.
exponentially.
I mean, we're behind.
What about
Moto,
like your
but,
bodies? Like how much
Wow.
can
That's
your
the next
body
generation.
take?
It's just the changing of the guard. It's no different than Moto.
That's true.
That's true.
I mean, we're behind Moto a little ways. Obviously, they're doing double backflips and all that kind of stuff, which is pretty nuts. Not that they haven't done that on sleds, but it's never going to stop.
Right.
Progression's
Has
never going to
progression
stop.
of life ever stopped, Ben?
No, I don't.
Whoa! We're getting a little bit too
man.
deep
We're
there.
getting deep.
We're getting some questions in the chat. One of the things that they've been asking is, what are the guys drinking? What are the white and orange cans? Of course, those are Brick West Brewery. They're sponsoring our block party here today. They're located in Spokane, Washington. They have a brew pub. You can go down there, taste their beer, get some food. What do you guys liking that beer?
It
is
is
very
good
good.
beer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty tasty.
For what is it? IPA. IPA.
This is not how you get a sponsorship.
If you want to get a sponsorship, don't do that.
All right, let's go ahead and play the first clip. This is going to be, now, if you want to vote on this, you need to be on ride509.com/live. Punch in your email address, get into the chats, and then you'll see that voting box pop up after we play this video. So this is going to be our first category, Best Crash.
Coasting all way in the hills. In the poppin' straps of blue faces, not the pills. Heard you calling loves, I show and pray it is for real. Son of God, not a son of sand. Keep it off the books and keep it coming.
Snow wiped my foot right off on the lip as I was leaned in, so that's what happens, kids.
They all wanna have it, they all want a little piece of me. But my beats bang so hard, they just blow your brain all to pieces. Me and you can't rest in peace, not with Smeezy. Be on the Smeezy, Steez and Beezies. Love it with Smeezy, be eating all that Beezy cream.
Dumb and Dumber.
You okay? I'm good. Are you? He did one sweet right hand, a little harder than I expected, and lost a lot of his speed, and I just T-boned him.
And what happened to your sled?
You straight piped it. I straight piped it in the procedure, peeled off a little ECD Customs decal, but the can is on, the pipe is on. I don't know about the watch.
Oh no, the Y pipe popped off. What to do is smack it over somehow.
Oh, I can
Just
take
hit
the
it
lid off.
over.
Let's pull it.
Quite the shit show, boys, but you know what? He's hammer time. Yesterday I had the blue one. Today I brought the brown one.
Nice. Who brings a hammer sledding?
Dwayne does.
Dang, those were some gnarly crashes. Kyle, I mean, we were talking about best crashes, but for sure, when you're pushing yourself to that level, I mean, how do you know when to eject? Like, how do you know, like, oh, I should hang on or not?
Sometimes it just happens automatically.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't get a choice.
Yeah.
You don't get a choice sometimes.
Yeah.
There's other forces at work.
So make sure to jump into the chat section and vote. We'll be announcing the winner of that and awarding one of these amazing trophies.
Limited edition.
Limited edition. You know, we skimped out of the trophies. My appearance fees are pretty high, so budgets are a little bit low for trophies this year. But
you guys are getting paid?
The guys will suffer through. You know, one of the questions that we've been getting asked a lot is, are the C-Boys old enough to drink? Yes, we did check their IDs. And in case they're right on the cusp, we have plenty of cereal on the wall. If you guys want some cereal, I know how you like that stuff.
My mom doesn't let me have sugared cereal.
Those are all sugar-free. And then the tube on the left, those are not dog treats. Those are cinnamon biscuits.
Oh, yeah, I know, they're good.
Feel free to jump in on those, too.
No,
Throw me a biscuit.
One of the questions we've been getting a lot in the chat is, I know it's kind of like top secret, so you don't have to say your exact area, but what is some of your favorite areas to ride in the backcountry? You can give a zone, not an actual trailhead if you guys want to keep your riding areas top secret.
This is not a cinnamon biscuit.
Those are supposed to be for the C-Boys.
Deception.
So does anybody want to share one of their favorite areas to ride at?
No,
Maverick?
of course not.
I didn't say the exact spot, like kind of a wide zone, like Wyoming, Colorado,
United States.
I think they're all
My favorite spot is when Jay brought us to the wind cave, the jump out of the wind cave.
Oh,
yeah.
But you couldn't make it up. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. He said he would bring us, and then he
The
would.
wind cave. The base.
Next time I'll squirrel him up.
It is top secret. Guys don't like to share their spots. With the invention of social media and everyone posting, and sometimes they won't even I've been with guys like, you can't bring your GPS. Yeah. Like you have to leave your GPS behind because everyone's like, oh, pin.
Yeah. No, you know what you do? You take them in the hardest, crappiest way you can possibly find on the way in.
So you never
on the
go
way
back.
out, they're so tired they have no idea where they are. That's what I do.
For me personally, my favorite place to ride is anywhere where it just snowed.
Yeah.
I'm a storm chaser. I don't live right. I can't ride right from my house, so I'll check out the weather and always follow the storm. And so I end up in Utah or Idaho or Wyoming, anywhere there's fresh snow. I'm going to be there. So that's my goal.
Which, with that being said, you can't really go wrong from western Wyoming, like right, kind of that line
North and
to
south, yeah.
to California. Like you can't go wrong.
Right.
Well, there's so many 6 zones. It just depends on your imagination, just like anything else.
And it's I've never had a bad time in the greater western United States. So, if you're wondering,
so broad.
Just
so broad.
How many people have gone out east to ride?
Just go westbound.
Anybody?
Westbound.
I know we all get invites.
If you guys really want to
to Michigan, no one's been to nobody.
we do that. If you guys really want to appreciate anywhere out west,
Come to Cormorant.
grow up in Minnesota, and you'll be like, wow. This is crazy.
Yeah. Just going to Heydays has me thinking like I can't wait to get back to. Can't wait to get back out west.
No, yeah.
First of all,
That's
the
what's
8 days.
nice about us living basically where you can barely snowmobile is like you really appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, I know we're kind of mountain snobs, but I have seen some epic content come out of the East Coast. They find zones, and so props to you guys on the East Coast for your riding out there. And then also, could you imagine driving 15, 16 hours just to go snowmobiling.
That's really
Do you think you would snowmobile if you had to do that?
I would do it like 4 or 5 times a year, like they do.
Right.
I met a crew that was from Maine.
Wow.
Man,
That's a haul.
40 hours one way to
Just to go
Wyoming.
snowmobiling.
Toby Dave?
Yes, Toby Dave.
Toby Dave.
Are you out there?
Tow truck
He's there
Dave,
somewhere.
too.
Tow truck.
He's on a tow right now. That
is
whole
crazy.
crew. That
But
whole
they were
crew.
so ecstatic. It was so
Yeah.
cool to see. Like they drove 40 hours. Have
That's
you
the-
ever done that? I've never done that.
Not to go
There's
snowmobiling.
no
No.
one like
Yeah.
snowmobilers, man. They refinance
Right.
their house to buy
Yeah.
a new sled, and they're
Resilience.
stoked.
Resilient.
Well, I've
It's
seen
awesome.
actually guys now starting to buy a separate, like a second truck and trailer,
Yeah.
and start from the East Coast, start leaving their stuff
Right,
out west,
and fly
then
in.
flying
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's, you know, it's becoming affordable enough, flight wise, to do that. You know, you have to
Yeah.
have a little bit extra money to and trust, I guess, to leave your stuff out there between trips. But
Maybe that's. a new
I always
business
tell
venture.
people, like from the Midwest,
Leave your
because we
stuff
get
with
everybody
us.
who wants to come out west
Leave
with
your
us
stuff
or
with us.
come and ride. But I always say, just find
Yeah.
somebody like Sane
might
and
drive
then
it.
go
Rent
ride
the
their
sleds.
sleds. Or rent a sled, fly out there, save the day driving. Because for us, it's like 16 hours.
Yeah.
right.
So,
Dude,
but just to get out there.
Whoa, Mike is going to speak.
This is funny
Whoa.
when you said 40 hours, like Maine's a long ways. When we went to Rebel Stuff, we drove like 25
Yeah.
with stops.
Wow.
But Jeff Dennis, aka Sled Junkie, he's like, yeah, I'm going to meet you guys there. And I'm like, oh, you're driving from Alaska. He drove 40 hours just to get to Rebel Stuff.
And he lives
From
in
Alaska.
That's crazy.
Was he
That-
chasing snow or clout?
He was hoping for a shout out, which he just
He
got.
just got.
Yeah.
Jeff, you better do good things.
Well, that's awesome. All right, I think we have the votes over for the first segment. Best crash. Is there any doubt who it is? We got a special. One of these.
The ski-
Oh, here we go.
the
Yeah,
ski.
we broke the ski off on this actually, and I went ahead and taped the ski on the back. You've probably ridden out like that before, huh, Kyle? Well, without one ski, congratulations. Good win. All right, well, you got something. Let's give something back to the fans. We got a number 2 gift certificate. Remember, I bumped these up to $509. And to get these, you got to be involved with the chat. Ride509.com. Jump on there. Get active. So the second winner is Brandon Baird. Congrats, $509 coming your way. You will receive an email notification with how to get that gift certificate. Jump on the website, order yourself some fresh 509 gear. Speaking of 509 gear, we haven't talked much about the gear this year. Jump on the website, you can see all the new gear. One of my favorite things that they finally introduced this year was bags. Are you guys psyched for some 509 gear
Absolutely.
bags?
Yes.
Yeah, right. We've been toting around our stuff in other brands, so it's nice to finally be able to represent 509 with some really sweet gear bags. So make sure you jump on the 509 website, ride509.com, and also check out that gear.
Yeah.
Jumps. The next category is jumps. Now, like equipment, like riding, jumps have been progressing. Used to be you could jump, 40, 50 feet, and people would be like, oh my God, you're flying. Now guys are easily pushing it to over 200 feet in the backcountry, jumping big. Who do you guys think in this group maybe is one of the biggest jumpers here?
I jumped the driveway once.
Driveway jumping, that's 10 feet.
Beat that. One lane.
Yeah, this guy's nuts.
Can I pick 2?
Mavs goes big, yeah.
Jay goes big.
I've seen some big hits from Jay. Blaine, you go on.
Blaine, hey.
What about in the industry? Who do you guys think is one of the bigger distance jumpers out there doing big jumps?
In the backcountry,
Yep.
Turcotte.
Yeah,
Yep.
Turcotte's been going
I wish
for a
Turcotte got
long
here.
time, man.
Turcotte, we're thinking of you up in
Yeah,
Canada.
wish you were
I know it's
there.
tough to get down here.
Wish you were here, Turkey.
He's like the OG, one of the OGs of hitting big stuff, and he still
Right.
is. I mean, the
I
guy's
think he was
phenomenal.
one of
He's
the
a great
first
rider.
509 sponsored riders too, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't remember what it was before 509, but I've seen a T-shirt that Tom had in Turcotte. It's like his buddies, and then Turcotte's on there. So he's been with 509, not only a long jumper, but a long sponsored athlete.
Yeah,
For sure.
and he's well-rounded too. Like,
Right.
he can kill anything.
How many on here have X-Games golds in this panel? You guys?
Sure.
I think he's got like a stack of them.
Turcotte has as many medals as almost as many people in this line.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
He's got gold.
Oh, watch out, Turkey.
Good to go.
Sal's
Cocaine
coming
gold.
for you. Now, someone who has been going huge is one of our ambassadors, Scott. He's in the next category, obviously doing some big jumps. Is there a certain mindset when you're going into doing some big jumps?
Faster than you think.
Pinning, huh?
Just pin it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that why you flatlanded and?
He almost was. He double category? Was he almost in there for worst crash? He came in pretty nose heavy, but he has been going huge. Now, this is a separate poll I'm going to do myself. We don't have a button for it, but throw your comments in the chat. Is Scott a cop? I mean, look at the guy.
Yes!
I think he might be undercover. You guys keep it on the down low.
He's got the
here.
mustache.
He's got the cop stash. I'm in the biker gang. He's in the cops. We're gonna go have a brawl out in the parking lot afterwards.
Is he not a cop?
It's like not. It's
I don't
like
get.
not,
Is
it's
this
like not
a
even
joke?
a joke.
I literally thought he was a cop. Like, what's
It's not even a joke. Like we all spring. We did a spring shoot,
I
and
kept calling him the sheriff.
the whole time we were
It's a
convinced he
high
was up there, like trying to like get some intel on us.
Just so we all know, you guys know, I am putting like a badge on my sleeve.
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah. He's the sheriff.
You need that.
You
Yeah.
need something.
Yeah, hey, 509. Throw
509.
a badge on
Right
the-
there.
There you go, 509 badge.
There you go.
He
All
needs
right,
it.
let's go ahead and jump out and put up this clip of
Aviators. called
best.
the sheriff.
Hang on.
The share, there you go.
What an animal! That was so sick. Yeah, dude.
Dude, it feels so good to butter it after 5 times of just casing the knuckle. We put in a bit of work and I hit it a little bit faster and fucking buttered it.
Jeez, man.
All right,
Wow.
did you see anyone else?
I vote Maverick.
Crank the handlebars and add style to it like that. Though?
Aiming
Like,
at
that
a
was
tree.
so sick, bro.
I don't know. Scott was going for the first manual. So I think that was pretty good too. So if you want to vote for biggest jump, make sure to get it on the chat. ride509.com/live. Check out the voting box. Jump on there and get voting. So now, one of the questions in the chat was, how come there's not any women on the panel? Well, at 509, we have a whole staff of women behind us, with the marketing and directors that do a lot of the work. So they actually are here working behind the scene, making all this possible. So shout out to the ladies. We do have some awesome female riders. Unfortunately, they couldn't be with us today, but they are here in spirit.
Long story short, the brains are on that side of the table.
Yeah.
Literally making this happen.
Yes.
We just work here.
McKinney's just there, filling some void that we don't know.
McKinney's playing DJ over there with his headphones on. But thank you guys, ladies, and all the people at 509 that help make these things possible. We really appreciate your hard work. They work for days before any of this goes off to make this appear seamless. And they're the ones, these guys didn't get their sponsor. It was the marketing people that make that all happen. All right, so the biggest jump winner is Caleb Kosturki, but he's not here. We tried to get him here. He said he was stuck in the gym. He had another 4-hour weightlifting session to go through. So
he was gonna pass out if he didn't have his 300 grams of protein.
Yeah.
We still like him though.
So second place No, it's the big winner. It's Jay Mentenberry. Congratulations. You get your trophy. And then also, you get as much Fruit Loops as you want. So help yourself if you want some Fruit Loops. We'd like to thank again Brick West Brewery for making all this, helping to make this possible today. They're located in Spokane, Washington. They've provided all the adult refreshments today. The next category is Best Technical Riding. Now, CBoys, you guys do a lot of technical riding. Of course, most of that involves hitting trees,
right.
not going around
Right.
trees. What is it like growing up in Minnesota and then kind of riding there, kind of ditch banging, and then coming out here, getting the opportunity to ride some bigger mountains with these, seasoned professionals?
Riding with these guys is the best. I was like, that's a dream come true. Literally, like going out west, we're like, okay, well, this beats Minnesota. Sorry to everyone who loves riding Minnesota, which I do too. It just beats it. And then riding with these guys, seeing it in person, seeing like those jumps that you guys just watched, like that is insane.
Right. I mean, I know they look awesome on film, but to make a jump look big on film, it is a massive jump in real life. So to see it firsthand is pretty crazy, for sure.
Yeah, it's huge. And these guys are so numb to it. So it's like flatlanders like us, when we come out and we see that, we're literally mind blown. So yeah, we can appreciate it a lot more, I think,
right,
than
for
most
sure.
of these guys can. But yeah, if you've ridden in Minnesota though, like it's fun still. You hit the ditches and the approaches and you just ditch bang, like it's so fun.
You gotta watch out for culverts and barbed wire, right?
You do, those two things. But other than that,
It's
it's like a completely different style, but
it's not even like we get excited for fresh snow, but when it's super windy and we're like, there's new drifts,
Yeah.
let's go hit them.
Yeah. So when you come from that and then come out here and then there's like 6 inches of fresh snow every night and like always good tree riding and hills and everything like that, it's like, damn, you can really appreciate it coming from Minnesota.
That's cool. Now, technical riding has changed just like most of the sport over the years. Have you guys found yourself going into areas that maybe you thought weren't that great, but now with different abilities and skills, you're like, it opens up a whole new riding area where like you may have written off an area, but now it's like, wow, that is an intense area to
So
ride.
much. How many times have we rode by stuff and we just ride in, go to our spots that we thought were like our little honey holes, and that's like something we did in the last year or two. Is we've been slowing down and attacking things a little differently and finding spots and zones that were there the whole time that are probably
Right.
way more technical and make it way more challenging to get in, that we always just ride by.
Yeah.
And that's made like snowmobiling a little different now. It's because like, all right, the technology with sleds and people's capabilities and talents, like people are spreading out more in the backcountry. They're finding the zones that were 5-10 years ago, you didn't go to those zones unless like you were doing some gnarly stuff. Now that's just normal riding to get in there. So like guys like us that are trying to push some stuff, we have to hunt a little harder, and it's opened up some new pages.
Yeah.
That's cool.
the best part is it's always fresh.
Yeah.
It's you have your honey holes or whatever, but at the same time you know what to expect in those, so it kind of loses its allure or flair a little bit. So
Right.
you want to go, okay, what's up this ravine or what's up this canyon? We have no idea, but that's the fun part. You don't have to know where you are. You have to have a general idea of where the truck is. He and I talked about that on the way here. Like, where are we? I'm like, I have no idea. Like, you're the guide. I'm like, we need to go that way. That's all we need to know. That's how you find the cool stuff. That's how you keep pushing, and that's what keeps it fresh.
Yeah, I have to agree. And there are a lot of guys that only go to one zone. Whether it be Colorado Rabbit Ears is a popular place. That guys like every week can go to the same spot. I'm always chasing snow, going to different places, and one of the most alluring thing about it is the unknown.
Yeah.
Like what is around that next corner?
Yeah.
What is over that next hill? So
Yeah.
I think that's one of the most exciting things about riding backcountry snowmobiling,
Right.
finding new terrain.
I've been really, really, really set on finding brand new terrain, like stuff that I drive by on the highway to work or just every day. That there's not a trailhead there, but who's to say you can't go ride there?
Right. Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah.
So I use Google Earth a lot, which I hope I'm not giving away a big
There's
secret
no
there.
words on Google
What
Earth,
is
so
this
it makes a lot
Google
more
Earth?
sense to him.
It's nothing. But like you can kind of get a general idea of the lay of the land and like if it looks wide enough to just creep up on a sled or pick your way through, and that to me is the best part of snowmobiling, and that's what makes it unique. Like there's no other sport thing, whatever, on the earth that you can do that with.
Not even close.
No. Like,
dirt bikes
name
are great,
one.
razors are great, all that stuff's great.
But you're confined to a trail. Even on an airplane, you're confined to airspace. Like on a sled, you like
airspace.
Jay's getting a little deep again.
What do you want me to call it?
No, I agree. I think one of the really cool things about snowmobiling is if you're climbing up a big hill and getting somewhere, and you turn off your snowmobile on some summit.
You climb up big hills?
Well, I call them big hills, but we only live in Colorado, so we only have 14ers. You may stand where nobody's ever stood before, ever.
Literally.
Ever. Yeah, there's no path, there's no trail to get there, there's no road to get there, so it's a pretty neat experience.
Not to plug Ross on this, but it's literally uncharted territory.
That was a plug.
Where is Ross at? We miss
where's
Ross.
Ross?
I think we got a question for Ross. I don't know if you guys are ready to cue that up. He sent in a question for us. He really wanted to be here. He couldn't make it. We're bummed. He has started doing, as Jay mentioned, Uncharted Society. He got the dream job. He gets to travel all over for the next 3 or 4 months. Check out all kinds of locations from water, snow, dirt. He's going to make sure to give him a follow. Let's see what Ross has to say. I think he's got a question for these guys.
What is up, people? Roscoe here. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm nowhere close to 509 headquarters. Not even, I don't know if I could get further away, honestly, and still be in the United States. I'm on my little nationwide tour, totally out of my element. It's 81 degrees here. I'm sweating my face off. I did get to ride some Sea-Doos up in the swamps today, which was actually sick. But do I wish I was at the round table with the boys kicking off winter 2022? Yes, because it's going to be a great time. I'm sure they're having a good time. And it looks amazing. So I'm just popping in here and there. I'm gonna ask a couple questions that are, off the wall. Something else. Some conversation starters. You know what I mean? I looked at flights and guess what? Can't even get there from here. That's how far away I am. And here's the first question for the guys. In a fight, who would win? A silverback gorilla versus a grizzly bear. Now I know Blaine's there, so this is going to get he knows, I'm pretty sure he's fought a grizzly bear before, maybe. That's the first question, not even close, off the wall. Debate that one. See you guys soon.
All right, you guys heard the question. Who wants to wrestle in a Jello? What was it?
Jello pit? Wait, are we in a Jello pit?
Who would win between a silverback and a grizzly bear?
Blaine Matthews.
His experience with both.
If you know, if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah, that's kind of a toss-up, honestly. They're both pretty insane. I've seen a lot of grizzly bear stuff firsthand. I did a lot of guiding, hunting, and on top of that, I spent a lot of time in that country, grizzly bear country as it is. But I've seen what they can do and the power and the stealth, and it's insane. I have a lot of respect for the animals. I haven't firsthand got experience in silverback, so my vote, I'm gonna give it to the grizzly bear because they're kind of mean.
Is there a grizzly bear roping league in the Rocky Mountains?
I don't know. It'd be good to find out, though.
I'm gonna go with grizzly bear too, for sure.
Winter trios.
They're the only ones that go from winter to summer too, so they got the gorilla beat. I think a gorilla couldn't make it through
They're
the
tough.
winter, so yeah.
They're so tough.
Grizzlies are
Welcome to America.
All right, I think let's cue up the most technical riding segment. Cue that up.
Where's Grizzly?
All guts, no glory sort of thing, Well, I'm going to jump the creek, and I'm going to land in a month
that stuff, and then the snowmobile's gonna do stuff, and I'm hoping I'll end up there going, woo!
Oh boy.
That was gnarly what he just did. It was a weird in-run, like he had to trench all the way to the takeoff.
Okay, dropping. It was very gnarly up top of that thing.
That stressed me out.
Man, that was crazy. I couldn't believe how much Turcotte was trenching as he came off that jump. Most people would stop right there and change their shorts. Mentenberry,
Change your shorts.
on your run, what's scarier, going up or coming down that chute?
Definitely coming down.
Right, because that's
Like,
spring too, right?
It's spring and you have really no control, and it's a chute, so you're like confined to like one lane basically. And it's easy to like maneuver around trees and obstacles going up, but
Right.
down you're at the mercy of gravity basically. So
And how well do the brakes work?
I think they speed you up.
Yeah,
Definitely
they really do.
speed you up, yeah.
Pro tip: if you lock your brakes going downhill, you'll go faster. So
Keep the track moving.
All right, remember, if you want to vote for who won that segment, get on the ride509.com/live in the chat section. That the pop-up will come so you can vote on that. Let's give away a gift card again from the chats while you guys are getting a few more votes in. Again, I bumped these up to $509. We've given away a couple. We have a couple more to give away. Let's have the crew pull one out of the chats. And let's see, we have a winner coming up. Nate Hubkins. Congratulations, Nate. You're the winner of the $509 gift certificate. We'll send you an email on how to get that. Then you can jump on the website and order whatever you want for this winner. Or dirt stuff too. Jump on there and check it out. All right, do we have the votes tallied? I guess it's done automatically, so there's not much tallying going on. The winner is Kyle Saxon. Wow! Two-time winner.
Look out, Turcotte.
There you go.
Two-time gold.
Double gold. Watch out, Turcotte. He's coming for you. Now let's talk about riding in looked like a burn area with some low snow.
Yeah, so I'm sure we've all seen the episode. It was in Sealy with me and Caleb, and we went out the day before. Like, we found this area. There's like hardly any snow, tons of trees and stuff. Like, this is perfect. So we took McKinney and me and Caleb up in this area the next day. That's where that clip was from, and just railed through there. He was pretty impressed. I think he was pretty impressed about the riding there.
Nice. So, what do you guys prefer, a burn area to ride in or natural treat area?
I think natural tree. Burn's cool because it's open, you can see, but natural trees, like, you don't really know what's coming. You just gotta react.
Less landmines.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
stumps suck.
You don't have to worry about one rubbing against a tree making everything you wear black either.
Yeah, that's another bad
right.
thing.
That's the one bad thing about burn areas. We had a huge burn down in southern Colorado at Wolf Creek, and the year afterwards we were riding through that burn area and the winds picked up, and actually all the trees started coming down around us.
Right.
It was the sketchiest thing ever. So you got to be careful when you do ride burn areas, especially when the wind starts to pick up. What do we got next? We have the next episode is going to be, you're going to win the Glory Cup here, which will be for the best overall episode. I think we're going to do 2 actually. We only have 1 cup, but there's a U.S. best episode and then a Canada best episode. So again, if you want to vote or be part of that, get on the website ride509.com/live. Punch in your email, and then you can get the chat active. The vote boxes will come up after each video. Don't forget, for those that have pre-registered, we're going to be giving away head-to-snow gear. That's boots, pants, jacket, gloves, goggles, helmets. So if you pre-registered, we're going to be picking someone out from random on that. If you've noticed, the guys are all wearing 2 of our limited edition shirts. Those are also available on the website. We got Wake Up and Smell the 2-stroke, and then we got Ask Me About My Goggles, which come with a free pair. Ben, let me see your goggles. I'm not asking about your goggles.
Yes, he's gonna get the puppy jokes. Bro, I've been slamming beers all day.
all right. We were gonna get.
Oh no, I was going to. You want?
Oh yeah. There you go. There you go. Watch out, C fans.
C fans?
What do you guys call your fans?
We've never called them anything. C fans. That's
there you
new.
Go. All right.
Call them D.
I'll get 10% of that. Now, what are they trying to tell me? Free for all talking athletes. Wait, free for all sorry. I thought they were giving away more free stuff. No, they just want to have a little open discussion with these guys here. Now, there is going to be a way to ask these guys questions. You can jump on the chat, again, as I've been saying, and they're going to start pulling some questions out. I think we're going to start doing them right now, actually. So the first question is going to be coming from, they're rolling through them. Oh, wow, they're rolling fast. You guys are going to have to slow down if we're going to be able to see that.
Thanks
The
for
first
the
question
comment.
is, who has the better mustache, me or Scott?
The cop.
The cop. I think he's got it with the blonde. It's one
We
tone.
have a trophy for
Give him another trophy.
We do
Give
have
him
a
the
trophy.
King's headphones.
It's all the cinnamon biscuits you need.
There we go.
All right, what's the next question that we got on there?
Tapped phone
You guys
call.
were supposed to pull these out before, and now they're
do
searching
a stakeout
for
with
questions. I'm going to ask a question then. Who ordered a new sled this year? It's a sickness. We can't help ourselves. Who kept their sled from last year and still has their sled from last year? That's it. So we usually do dump our sleds as the season comes along. So we are just like you guys. We're jonesing for those new sleds to come out. Hopefully they'll be here in a few weeks, and we'll be starting to slap some mod parts on those things and get them ready for winter. All right, here's the first question. This is from our second question. This is from Jarek Harris. Kyle, he wants to know, what has been your most memorable ride?
There's a lot of them. Usually it's when stuff goes bad, honestly. That's the most memorable. You think about it like, man, that was a long night we had, or whatever. There's all kinds of fun stories, though. But
Yeah, when things go sideways, I think those do make the
makes
best.
it more interesting. And
Most best memories. You don't forget about those trips for sure. Our next question is from Coach Davidson 203. It says, Micah, why are you nursing that beer? It looks like your beer is empty.
Oh, it's an expensive table.
There you go. All right, thank you, Coach, for keeping on Micah. That's the problem. He's over there nursing his beers. We need to get him, keep those Brick West brews flowing. Next question is from Jason McMurray. All right, one thing that a lot of people don't realize, a lot of these guys have regular day jobs. It's very difficult to get make a living off of snowmobiling. So what do you guys do for your day jobs? Let's start with Kyle.
electrician,
Nice. Electrician, you own your own business? You work
Yep.
for someone else?
Yep.
So you're a business owner?
independent contractor.
Nice, awesome.
I need you.
Everyone
Scott's a
does.
cop.
Yeah, right.
What do you do for work, Scott?
I'm actually a realtor in the Coeur d'Alene area.
And a cop.
Apparently my side job is a cop.
That's something the cop would say.
So if you're looking for a realtor, one of your brothers here can help you out. He's a police officer, part-time realtor.
If you have a domestic altercation,
Blaine, what do you do?
Oh man, I kind of I'm all over the place, honestly. I
gypsy.
work on a ranch there at home, Pinedale. Is like my probably my job.
Right.
But I travel rodeoing as well. Travel all over the country. I mean, just last night I was down in Mona, Utah, riding a bucking horse. I could go to Amarillo tonight, but I'm gonna stay here and hang with the boys.
Nice.
So,
Well, we appreciate
that's
it.
right. But no, rodeo's
Yes.
kind of my job in the
Yes.
summer too. I consider that. I try to make a little living doing that. But ranching and cowboying, horseback, that's what I make my money.
He's the real deal. He is no urban cowboy for sure. Jay, what do you do?
Construction, unfortunately.
Swinging hammers. You know what? A lot of guys end up doing construction because they can get winters off.
Yeah.
So
No,
they
that's the
live
beauty.
with seasonal.
You don't want them to build
blue
your
collar
house.
boys, man. We need them.
And honestly, like learning to build and just be efficient in those areas is gonna be good in the long run. I think. Like I'd like to build my own house. So
He just built a doghouse last week.
yeah, that's your new room when you come over.
It was just a triangle, nothing square about it.
Saying you own your own guide business, but do you do some work in the off season as well?
Yeah, a little bit. We still do a ton with the guiding thing. We still sell tons of parts and sleds and things like that. My dad owns a couple companies, so I help him a little bit. He owns some parts houses, blah, blah, blah. So jack of all trades, master of none.
Maverick, what are you doing these days?
I work for Outlook Painting, and I just do interior and exterior paint jobs. So
I need you
pretty
too.
simple. What?
I need you too.
Yeah.
Come paint my house.
Also seasonal, you get the winters off.
Seasonal, yeah.
There you go.
Best
CBoys,
of both worlds.
What's your
Dan, what do you
favorite
do?
color?
Facebook.
Yeah. No,
Do you
we
use the
just
paint
make
chips?
videos.
All CBoys all day for these guys. That's pretty awesome. I mean, these guys have done something kind of magical that a lot of people wish they could do. So yeah, they make content.
We just
They
make
have the best
content.
day
Yeah.
jobs.
Don't you guys sell some stuff too, though? Or?
Yeah, we sell merch. Yeah.
Like
That's
keychains
it,
or what?
that's
Like, what do you
Is this a plug or can we plug?
Yeah, plug away.
Bumper
Yeah, no, we
stickers?
sell.
No
We
can
do.
do?
We do drops, so we'll put together like a collection of like t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats.
Like Cornish drops?
Nah, not quite that
Not
kind
like
of drop.
that.
Not as cool. And then we just like drop it every like 6 weeks or 8 weeks and sell a bunch of merch, which is good.
That's pretty similar
Yeah.
to like what 509 does here. Now
Right.
we're at HQ.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of designers. Like
Yep.
that's what I do, and we have drops just like a 2022 winter drop. That's exactly what 509 does.
Yeah. So we do that, and we got a podcast and trying to kind of diversify. So we got a bunch of different revenue streams, but
Wait, so
I mean,
it's
I
not
would
just
say
easy,
just
like it's just you post a video, then you get the money. You guys actually do work, huh?
believe it or not, we do. Yeah.
There's a lot more that goes into each video, like 4 or 5 days of work goes into each video. So it definitely is a lot more behind the scenes than what you see out front.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. So if you aren't following them, CBoysTV on all the socials, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you jump on, give them a like.
And buy their stuff so they don't have to do construction.
Yeah.
I did
No,
landscaping.
no construction.
No, there is something nice about doing construction though. When you go home, you get to just turn off and like put your feet up and enjoy the evening. Like for us though, it's like nonstop, never ends, 24/7, 7 days a week. Like
Fun or work?
no, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not complaining one bit,
For
but
sure.
it's a constant work.
People will never understand this until they start losing their own money, right? Like it's different when it's your own money, it's your own livelihood, all those things.
Deep.
Yeah. Well, I hope I don't.
Well-
what do you mean?
Well, like when you guys
It's
came to
different
road with
when
me,
you-
we rode our butts off for 3 days. You're like, okay, we're going home,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
drove like 14 hours straight home, and they released the video at 7 a.m. the next day. You don't release a video by not editing all night.
All night.
Right.
Yeah.
So they
And-
drove home all night, and they took turns editing and sleeping in a truck, and they
Yeah.
released the video like 14 hours later. Like
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
that's
Oh my God,
dedication.
cry me
That's
a
what it
river.
takes.
What a horrible life.
Horrible life.
Vacation work. Actually, one of
trying
the
to
big
give you some
questions.
props,
This
man.
is from
Sorry, go
Trey.
Thanks.
CBoys, they want to know when your next trip is.
Like
Tomorrow.
side
Well,
trip?
like snowmobile trip.
Any trip. What do you got? Dirt.
Tomorrow we're going to
Tomorrow.
Gold Creek, Idaho, and we're going dirt biking.
Nice.
Yeah, with David and our buddy Dude Evan, bro. We got rental bikes, so hopefully we don't trash them too bad. But
Make sure you sign the insurance waiver.
oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, pay that $20. Yeah. So it should be good. Should be good.
They'd plug their channels. Do you guys have any YouTube channels that you might want to plug, or your social medias? Let's start with Maverick.
At MavWalker85. ideas.
Bro, I don't know if you want
guys
these
do
guys.
that? Hit his DMs. Saying?
Nope, I don't have a Micah in my corner, so I don't have anything.
You got nothing going,
Just Instagram, crap like that.
What's your Instagram
We
handle?
got plenty of work. Just SS Free Ride.
SS Free
Life
Ride.
is good, man.
Jay?
I have one, but I'm not very current on it.
We discussed this. We're gonna try to.
We're gonna do
something.
one?
Yeah,
we're gonna do one.
Well, there. Here's how you do it. Here's how you do it. You start pitching it out when you have opportunities.
Yeah.
So what's your handle then?
The Blaine and Jay Show.
BJ.
Stay tuned for the BJ YouTube channel coming with these guys.
Will you edit for us?
Scott, what's your handle?
Yeah, we got Blaine.
So I just have Instagram. Just doing Instagram for now. But Scott.Iyer, that's my Instagram handle. But this year, me and my buddy are going to be starting up a YouTube channel. Just kind of doing lifestyle, like snowmobile lifestyle stuff. So
Like cops.
Like the
show-
B-boys?
Yeah.
Cops is back!
Hey, for the record,
Finally.
Scott kills it on social media.
Oh, yeah, he does a great job. He's
Yeah.
one
Great
of the top ambassadors.
You
for
can
that
also
thing.
find him on Coeur d'Alene Sheriff page. You'll find him.
And Kyle, what do you got going on?
Mostly Instagram. I got YouTube with some videos from when I was like 14, but I'm gonna get that rolling this year too, for sure.
Nice, awesome.
Are you gonna edit and
Yep.
stuff? Because I'm always wondering, like, how do I get the footage? How do I get it edited and all that? So, honestly, what's your plan? Like,
man hours.
Hand it to your buddy.
Caleb?
YouTube to figure out how do you make
Yeah.
YouTube University. That's
Yeah.
how I learned how to edit and make movies and stuff. So
Yeah.
if there's anything you need to learn how to do for that type of stuff, seriously, Google it. Or not even Google it. Go to YouTube and enter it in the search bar. And someone will inevitably made a video that shows you exactly how to do it.
It's not like rocket science.
No, yeah.
But
well, obviously,
here's what. Yeah, obviously. Here's what people don't realize though is literally the only thing that's important is the content's important, but title and thumbnail. If people don't click on your video, then you're not going to get any views, and it doesn't matter what your content is. So like,
That's on YouTube.
go into it with like a title and thumbnail already planned, which is like the hardest part. You know, because you can film what you're doing all day, but like you need people to click, which makes people YouTubers or just normal athletes. Like try and master that.
What are you trying to call us? Normal athletes? Just
No. I'm saying if you want to upload YouTube content, like be conscious of that.
Right. You gotta have something stands out.
Exactly.
That's what I noticed about yours. Like the thumbnail is.
So by thumbnail,
we
what
crashed
they mean
a skid
is
steer into
the
my
frozen
mom's
image
house.
on the video. So,
Exactly.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's like it's
You're
the
gonna
most
click
important
on
part of being a quote unquote YouTuber.
It's called clickbait.
Well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, you don't want to.
Just make sure the bait's good enough that they keep clicking.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to click someone in and then not do it because
Right,
then
you
they're
still gotta
never
deliver.
going to come back.
Yep.
But like, yeah, it's super important and people overlook it. Most people overlook it when they're trying to become like a content creator. And like, if that's the one piece of advice I can give you guys or anyone watching right now that wants to be a YouTuber, like just master the art of title and thumbnail.
There you go. Tips from the master for sure. You can find all my stuff on @2dizzle, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. That's my handle. It's pretty easy to find. So jump on there. Follow me. All you sea girls, make sure you give me a follow. Yeah. Actually, this next question is kind of along those lines. It's from, I don't even know how, M4_18. Are any of you guys single? They're looking to mingle.
The dude on the end.
Micah.
Yep. That's
Is
it. Everyone else is taken. When you're this awesome, you get scooped up fast.
Even Blaine? What? What's that supposed to mean?
I just made eye contact with you. So
Well, don't make eye contact with me like that.
All right, so sorry, there's only one single guy, and it's the quiet, shy guy on the end here. How about
He's not that shy.
This is from Fox or Hunter Fox 1. Do you guys have any basic tips? This is a common question we get a lot from mountain riders to do bow ties, and you know there's controversial about whether they're actually a re-entry or not. But that style of trick, any basic tips you want to throw out there?
I think commitment is the biggest issue, don't you guys?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone goes into it all guns hot and they think I'm gonna do it, and then they.
And then as soon as it stands up, they kind of let go. Like you gotta.
And watch where you're gonna land.
Yeah,
they'll
look
go
where you're
up
going.
into it, and they'll be staring up the hill into the treetops.
I think that's probably the most important tip I would say is body position. So it's where you're looking, where your shoulder, your equipment's going to follow where your head goes. In every sport, that's true. So I think most of the important thing is to be looking over your shoulder, looking where you're going,
and start small to where like you can do it and mess up because you're gonna mess up 10 times over. So make sure you're not gonna yard your sled into a tree right away.
Right.
You know, so start small and just get the feeling. You'll probably have to roll your sled over a few times.
Here's a question I get asked a lot: is it a re-entry if your sled does not leave the lip? So if you're going all the way to the lip and turning around and coming back in, would you consider that a re-entry, or do you have to leave to re-enter? Don't you?
I don't know who came up with this jargon, but
I think we need to like come up with like a sled term, like a definition of a re-entry,
like a dictionary for.
Could it be a wheelie around? Does a track have to leave the ground? We don't know.
Probably one of the only persons here doing big re-entries is Kyle. So let's get his
opinion.
What?
I said big re-entry.
I mean, he does have 2 trophies.
What do you think? Do you have to leave the lip to be considered a re-entry?
I don't know.
What do you re-enter?
I think so.
You have to re-enter the slope. Yeah, so you have to leave it to be able to re-enter.
It used to be called a pirouette. Like you would go up and you kind of just like do your thing.
Yeah,
that was called a pirouette. Now, if your track leaves the ground and like you do something, I would say like of worth now, then it's called like a re-entry. That's what I would call it.
I would agree
personally.
Yeah,
that's.
I don't know if that's fair, but
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
So you heard it here first. Sand Skinner's calling it out. If your track doesn't leave the ground, you did not re-enter.
You pirouette.
You have to leave to come back
Ben,
in.
you haven't done a single re-entry in your life.
Dude, that's gonna mess up so many people's talk in the bars after riding.
Well, how
I
about
did
this?
the biggest
How about this?
re-entry.
Honesty is a great policy.
A bow tie isn't coming up and down. A bow tie is where you are coming across and you leave out in the same direction, correct?
Well, it looks like a bow tie. It's like re-entry is where do you re-entering?
So we broke it down for you guys. We got pirouette, bow tie, and re-entry. Quit making up stories at the bars. We see you guys doing it. All
Mike
right.
is nursing his beers as it is. Quit making it up.
Here is a question about, really is this one that we're going to ask? They want to know if there was any 509 merch for pets. And the answer is, of course, no. There's not. But it might be coming. I'm guessing the design team might be having some goggles or sunglasses for dogs, little dog beanies.
Doggy boots.
Little cat beanie, booties. All right, let's get another question from the chats. We got from Frostyn, Frostyn. Boy, Kyle's popular here. Kyle, is there anything you want to accomplish this year?
I want to get more creative, get more weird on the hill, do weird things.
No, I'm talking about snowmobiling.
What a weird guy.
Oh,
just push it. Push it to the next level.
Punch some drywall, you know.
Show
some monsters. Punch.
Yeah, how tough is it having the name Kyle?
Have you approached Monster? Have you approached Monster for sponsorship?
No.
It's perfect.
They approach him.
My name's Kyle. I send it.
I punch drywall.
I'm an electrician. I'm around drywall all the time.
All right, here's another question from Justin to Shane. Ryan, are you going to take the tree magnet out of your sled this year? Whoa, he's calling you out.
That is personal.
Yeah.
That's deep.
I hope so. I don't want to hit the trees. I just do.
You
on
look
accident.
at them.
It's
I
the
look at
strongest
them.
magnet in the
You
world.
stare at them.
Last year I was riding a turbo and I don't think I could handle the turbo, to be honest. So this
You know what
year
I love?
Wait,
is the
I
honesty.
thought
The
turbos
honesty is
make you a
great.
better rider.
They do not.
Right.
I love
Not
the
me.
honesty because they're fun. They're not easy to ride. They expose your weaknesses.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah,
wild.
you're just literally holding on to them. People think
Yeah.
that they'll make you better, and I still can't do a re-entry, a pirouette, or a whatever we're
Any
calling
of
them.
the above.
Yeah, any of the above. But
There's
no,
none left.
I'm hoping to not crash into every tree that I see this year and improve at riding a bit for sure.
Well, you guys certainly put the time in, so I don't see why you couldn't.
That's
get
the
better
problem with
every
us.
year.
Is
You would think. You would think.
we only get a few rides each year because we have to drive 14 hours. So, like, you guys get, I always ask how many days on the snow you get. I'm like, yeah, if I get 8, I'm feeling pretty good about it. So we make the most of our trips, but you definitely don't have a ton of time to learn.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I forget you guys have to do the drive-in.
Why don't you just move out west?
Yeah.
Or have
You have tons of friends
Do you have a
out
town
there.
around here with a C in it?
westbound
I think
train.
the problem is
Cokeville.
we have
You're not gonna
two
like
guys
it.
in our
Coke
crew
boys.
that would literally die if we brought them out west. Or out in the backcountry.
I know that.
Just
Yeah.
yeah.
Saying brought Ken out in the backcountry once, and it was, for one, it was great. Like he
Hilarious.
still tried his absolute best, but I mean he got just
Cremated.
yeah.
And we were being nice.
Yeah, that was worth it.
Trying to be nice.
We were babying him along, and he wasn't cut out for it, which is fine. If he wanted to be, he would be out there.
Right.
But that's okay.
Well, I guarantee you 509 has some extra room in their warehouse. If you guys want to leave some sleds out here and start flying in, make it a little easier, I'm sure they can make that happen.
We should just do that.
That is the way to do
Yeah.
it. That's the way to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, next question is, speaking of turbos, Malik Walters, WLTERS, asked, how many of you guys are going to be on turbos this year? Who's rocking a turbo? Turbo. Who has both? Who has all three?
All three of what?
I have all
So,
three.
you know, some guys like the
Sled with
turbos.
turbo,
You know,
sled
I
with
think a
pinion,
lot of it
sled
has to do, people don't realize where we ride is the elevation is so high.
Yeah.
You know, I in Colorado park at 10,000 feet. I mean, if you're it's almost kind of mandatory. Not mandatory, that's kind of ridiculous, but it makes a huge difference. We lose 30% of the sled's power.
Up there for sure.
Yeah, so turbos are kind of like what you need to kind of get to that next level.
Our 800s or 850s or whatever you're riding run like your guys' 600s.
Right.
So that's the biggest reason for the lightweight parts, for the turbos, for whatever you want to call it. We're trying to get back what you guys already have. That's
Yep.
a big reason for, in the mountains.
Sure. And you know, turbos have come a long way.
Absolutely.
In just the last year, we're seeing factory turbos. Silver turbos makes a great aftermarket turbo, and the reliability and the amount of performance gains you get have really changed over the last 5 years. So
Boost is king.
I
The
agree.
only thing that beats boost is more boost.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
It's a sickness.
It is what it is.
All right, we have another question from where are we at? Amanda Lynn 668. Question for the guys with facial hairs. Does it become icicles when you ride?
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't even know if that counts
Yes.
as facial hair there on it. It's like a little fuzz there. But I actually get fully locked into my helmet sometimes with
I
snow,
bet you do.
with hair and stuff. So I'll actually cut my hair. I cut probably 4 inches once snowmobiling season
Your wife
comes
has to
along.
surgically remove
Actually,
it when
my
you get home.
12-year-old daughter does my hair. She cuts all my hair. So
There you go.
But I think it is a real issue. Facial hair, freezing, getting iced up, especially in different areas where you ride. If there's like higher moisture content, where if the snow's a little bit wetter, it'll get a little bit more iced up.
Well, even if it's dry, you're breathing hard and it creates moisture in there, right? It just as soon as you take that heat from the equation, it's like.
Who's had to drive away from the trailhead with their helmet on still?
I get better.
You're like
only
frozen.
only one time. It was horrible.
Yeah, it's bad.
It was frozen to my neck, the buckle.
Why?
Oh,
Just because with the hair,
Just
it gets
didn't care that
blocked
day.
in like a block. Yeah.
Normally I
The
pull my
struggle
neck gaiter
is
up and
real.
put it over, but it was not a good day. Yeah.
Do we want to go ahead and play our video clips yet? We got USA and Canada for the best. Okay, they're going to be queuing it up. Let's go back. Actually, we can ask a few more questions. Here's another one for the C-Boys from Molly9252. How do you convert from trail riding to backcountry? Like, do you guys ride the same sleds, use different sleds, or is there like a different mindset? Or
Well, for starters, I would say we don't trail ride. We definitely ride
whoa,
trails.
whoa.
And that's why
I feel
people
attacked.
There's so many people that ride trails, and they might end up out west too. But
I ride trails.
yeah, well, you have to ride trails
Well,
to
yeah.
get where you want to be. But I'm saying we ride trails, but we ride off trail and in the ditches and in the thick of it as much as we can get. And that was where I love it. Like, well, the next step is go out west. So the transition was easy because we were so excited.
Don't these guys fool you? Like we took them to some pretty cool spots last year, and I was blown away how well they ride.
They ride pretty well.
I'm just trying to keep up.
Like these guys actually shred on sleds.
Hey man, we're just there to get to the spot to film you guys.
It's actually like most things. You got to show up if you want to blow up. You got to show up at the hill if you want to ride the hill. You got to show up where they're shooting if you want to show up in a shoot. I mean, you gotta chase the dream for sure.
I don't want to bring it up, but I drug you guys up a lot less hills than I drug David up.
Well, David's carrying. Wait a minute, David's carrying like 100 pounds of camera equipment.
100 pounds. I think I was carrying that too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so David came from Minnesota too. For those of you that don't know.
You guys don't know David. We love him.
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more question before we drop the new videos coming up soon. This is from Jerry Graham 182. Where is everybody located, and do you ride where you live? Let's start with Kyle.
Northwest Montana.
Live and ride there.
Live and ride there.
Scott.
North Idaho.
Live and ride.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, Western Wyoming, Pinedale.
There you go.
Same, Western Wyoming, just south, but to the question, we all ride different areas, right? Like we try to travel and.
For one of the episodes, we both, Mav and I, traveled down to Pinedale to ride with these guys. And
speaking of that episode,
yeah, it was a good one.
That was a good one.
It was a good one.
I see a little bit of the camping footage from behind the scenes that didn't make
we'll have
the
to circle
cut.
back to that here.
Weird. Very weird.
Saying you.
Western Wyoming, same.
Live and ride, yeah.
From Washington and I ride all around here. Travel to Canada with COVID's not shutting us down. But
Yeah, because you guys from here can get up to Canada pretty easily, right?
Real quick.
And what about you boys?
Even with those big wheels?
Live in Minnesota and ride wherever the guys will let us ride with them, I guess.
We started out going to West Yellowstone. Like
yep.
that was like the Minnesota.
Oh, dude,
no, West Yellowstone is the closest
Uncle Rick
place.
went to Yellowstone back in 1996.
Girls, you're both pretty.
It's still fun though. No, like West Yellowstone's still a good time.
Did you see a buffalo?
Yes, yeah. Every time coming, whoa!
Super fun.
Yeah.
Everywhere out west is great.
Yeah.
Well, that just highlights
my
one of the
favorite
things. I think snowmobiling has like hundreds of definitions. Like,
absolutely.
You know, we all do something that's kind of, what a small percentage do, but I mean, there's trail riding, there's tourist, riding, there's all kinds of things. That's what's really cool about snowmobiling. I think everyone can get involved. There's a level that you can get into it, so it's kind of an everybody sport.
And honestly, like everyone thinks, we're extreme riders. Like I've jumped into the trail scene once. I went on a trail ride with a group of people. I went on a tour ride into Yellowstone with a group, and I just participated like I was just your average person. I wanted to see it from that side, and it's really actually pretty neat. Like it's a new perspective, but seeing it from both sides is really cool. We don't. Most of us like the gnarly stuff all the time, but it is cool to go and see. Just to cruise and have a nice chill day on a snowmobile. There's so many aspects of snowmobiling. You don't have to be some crazy guy trying to jump off a 180-foot cliff or jump somewhere. Like going down the trail, seeing something you've never seen before. That's just as exciting for some people as us hitting a big jump or gnarly tree lines or winning a world championship hill climbing. I mean, there's so many aspects to this.
Well, and you go with guys who really ride trail, and they will take these.
Dude, they nuke.
I mean,
they're
so
fast.
Bombing through a corner.
They smoke us.
Yes, we would never keep up with them. So, mad respect to all snowmobilers, no matter what your discipline is.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're ready to launch the first new webisode. This one is Cody McNulty up in Canada. It's filmed by Michael Reeve. He's kind of the Canadian. No, I'm not filmed by Michael Reeve. Well, I'm getting head shakes. I don't know.
David's confused.
I'm just standing around reading what's on the cue cards. Let's go ahead and cue that new episode. Woo.
All right. Well, what is it, Code? April 11th? Well, we've got a really good group of friends, and we're going to get out there and get after some POW and see what happens. It should be pretty fun.
See how crazy we can get today.
Tagging with the McNull today?
Yeah.
You stoked?
I am, yes, yes.
worst thing with these 270s is, I find the worst thing is trying to get them to work on the first hit. That's kind of my nemesis. Well, Pascal, we're building a Whistler Classic here. Mid-April, we're finding crazy good snow. We got an awesome crew, and it's kind of one of those jumps you get up and over, and you do have like a 30 or 40 foot width where you want to hit the landing. So. Oh yeah, that's it. I've been doing this truck since like 1997.
I was wheeling in 1997. I was 3 years old.
You go around, get going, get going!
Just trying to get the last of the herd up the hill.
There we go!
That's how we do it.
Well, we're on day 2 of our shoot here. And man, yesterday was crazy. Like cliffs, flips, big jumps. We found POW. Like yesterday we found pockets of POW as good as a December, January storm. The temperatures are super, super heated today. We're driving up a little bit farther. The groomer is here, but the whoops are there. We're gonna head north, man. We're gonna look for pockets of POW and pick up the action. Doesn't get any better than that, man. Most people in the Whistler area refer to this step down as the Dekine step down, an infamous snowboard jump. But it's actually Rich Carlson going back to like Roops of Hazards and like early Slednex era that actually jumped it first on a motorized snowmobile. And I think that's like 97 or 98 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's on the 97 Summit, the blue one.
Pretty rad, man. If you guys have seen that footage, you should look it up. Rich Carlson step down. I mean, he's doing it on protraction arms, whatever those things were called, with like that much suspension travel, and sent it big. So yeah, here we are. I've hit this jump before, 2014, and It's a big gap. It's a big wind mandatory gap. I've seen Turcotte trick this jump, which is really gnarly to watch back in like, I think 2013. So
Different spot though, was on the corner.
yeah, he went on the low side, right? You know, Turkey's a cautious guy, so we're gonna build it big here and see what happens.
Yeah, this is 130.
I don't like talking the whole measurement thing. It's just, it's a big jump and we're gonna hit it, so. We were all stressed out and nervous. Then I hit it, Mike hits it, we go pretty big. Matichuk rolls out on the snow bike, world's first snow bike to jump this. Probably the world's biggest snow bike step down, and you just showed us off, dude. That was so sick.
That was heavy.
Honestly, I'm really pumped on that.
Good job, man.
So
Regan's gonna be stoked about that.
awesome, Pasky.
Thanks,
Great work, guys.
Yeah, man.
Great work. Sick.
That was sick.
Oh, yeah! Nice. There you go.
Nice work, Jeff.
Just crashed on like 15 of these yesterday, plus all the other ones. This time rolls in first tee right behind McNulty, just stomps it. So sick.
Been a couple days of pretty good action, right? So we're gonna get out today and we're gonna show everybody what Whistler really has to offer. We're gonna do a pretty big adventure route, like over 60 kilometers of mountain traveling. And we got something really cool to show everybody. So hopefully no breakdowns and sun shining. We could be at a lake probably having a dip, but we're going spring riding.
Good, what are you gonna do here? I'm gonna see if I remember how to ride a snowmobile.
Look at this thing. We're gonna show you some epic old glaciers, and hopefully they don't fall in because Matichuk owes me dinner tonight.
Salmon.
Salmon dinner. I don't even know how old these ice caves are, probably hundreds, thousands of years. They change every single year. I mean, we're going to crawl through and find all sorts of rad stuff.
Oh, there you go.
Where's Matichuk? Is he climbing in there?
We put him in the ice jail, man. Yo. You can only spend so much time with a guy in a Yamaha. Come on, Basky. Just don't make too much noise in case it collapses. Dude, look at this. It's crazy. Oh! Must be a skier.
To talk me into a flip, or he's gonna flip. I don't know. We're trying to make some natural feature here work.
I think we can make like a straight jump out of it, worst case scenario. Best case scenario, we kind of have like a gnarly flip jump here. We're gonna build. We're gonna see what happens. Straight flip.
Yeah, man. First
dude.
flip.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, dude. Super cool.
2 for 3.
I think Turkey would be pretty proud right now. He's always giving me crap for not straight flipping.
Yeah,
and
same.
yeah, right. And we built a pretty like a 60-foot kind of a gap step up flip jump, and
It's got a tranny.
all got really nervous. Matichuk got the quietest I've ever seen him. You can see he's like, oh.
I didn't think he was gonna do it for a second.
And then he just comes in, Mr. Snowbite guy on the sled, straight hucks a flip, stomps it. Oh,
Good
let's
times.
go home. We're like 60 kilometers from the truck, and it's 7 p.m. Morning, Pasky. We're day 4. Brett's come out to join us here. He's got some big things planned. I'll let him talk about that. The only thing that kind of pisses me off,
I didn't plan this, dude.
dude, we went through this in January,
I
man.
told you the 3 things that I came to Whistler to do, and it wasn't to look like you.
Everyone's stoked to see you. I'm pumped to have Brett here, man. This is our annual thing. We do this 3 years in a row. Matichuk, Turcotte. Things are gonna get rowdy.
Over my left shoulder 270 and try and put it into that pocket somewhere.
Dude, that's gonna work.
Ride out back towards us.
Yeah.
That's epic.
Full natural too, no shovels,
Full natty.
Pascal!
Oh, it's right here.
It's time to film!
Oh, we got ahead of ourselves and built the lip super perfect. Forgot to check the landing and found some exposed rock. We're just turning the lip right now. Probably another hour or two, I'll be ready to go again.
We're resculpting, reshaping. Thankfully, we got like a dozen guys. As you can see, it's only going to take us an hour to reshape it, and Trick God can refocus. And
this is free ride snowmobiling, man. We're dealing with what Mother Nature's given us, and now it's our turn to take the snow that we're given and make it what we want.
Turkey. Everyone who's been filming with me since Sunday has done epic, awesome firsts. Oh, dude, so sick. Unreal! What a spring! April for the books.
That's not much of a notice.
If Evan doesn't skateboard through here, I'm walking. All right, that was an awesome episode. I'm very excited to have. I got to make a correction though. I would like to apologize. That was Pascal. Well, they took the names away from me again.
Gallant.
Pascal Gallant and who else was the other guy? Oh, Aaron Leland, who did the editing and filming on that video. Thank you guys for your hard work. We really appreciate it. All right, now we're going to be announcing the best episode for the U.S. versions. This is, you guys all voted for what would be the best YouTube episode that dropped this year, and it was, drum roll please. You guys, I don't know the name of the video.
Spring camping.
It was spring camping with Jay, Blaine, Scott, McKinney was there. They had an awesome time. And that was number one, so they get the cup. I'd like to hear from you guys a little bit.
Maverick was there. I was there. Like this whole.
Were you there, Sam?
CBoys were there.
Must have been nice.
Yeah.
Must have been nice.
You can tell that I definitely watched that video. Can you guys give us a little bit of a backstory about what it took to film that episode?
I can start.
No.
I think everybody has.
It was episode 10, by the way.
I think everybody here that was on that, and probably the folks that watched it, kind of has an idea what happened. But we had this, idea of spring camping. So they come down, and the team come down to Pinedale there, Wyoming, and we camped up at a trailhead. We brought our sled trailers, set up cots and trailers, kind of circling around like the wagons. It was pretty cool. And
set up what in the trailer?
Like
cots. Oh, okay.
But
whoa! I'd like to thank Brick West Brewery for these comments.
The memory that sticks out to me right out of the get-go was day one. We set up camp. We had this big idea, like, all right, we're gonna go scout out some zones. We wanted to build some big jumps. Some of the jumps we hit were on the big jump segment earlier. So we decided, all right, well, we can just ride out of the parking lot. My idea, because I typically ride there a lot. And I said, well, if we just go through these trees for a little while, the snow still, because it was late spring, the snow on the roads where it's gone, where the trail normally is. But I thought, well, we don't need to drive up the road. We can just skirt through trees. Well,
I am glad I was on Dan Adams' sled.
there was no snow in those trees.
Oh, dang.
And if I recall properly, Stephen Clark was with us. And I remember looking back, and Stephen had his sled on edge. Zero snow, a lot of downfall, thick saplings, and he's putzing his sled through branches and dirt and logs, and all of us did. High faxes were sticking, but I just remember his comments. If anybody knows Stephen Clark, you could probably hear the accent in his comment.
Cue the Scottish swearing.
I love sandwiches.
But it was such a fun trip. It started off with a bang. These other guys can touch off on some of the fun stuff. But man, talk about an ultimate trip. If you guys want to have some fun times, don't be afraid to go spring camp. Go find a trailhead, go ride, take your friends up. And the cool thing about it wasn't like we didn't go up there thinking, okay, we have to go do this and this and this. We went up there saying, holy cow, it's the end of the season. let's go enjoy it. And we spent so much time at camp cooking dinners and breakfasts and relaxing, visiting, and had a few beers, maybe too many we should have, but it was a good time.
Probably.
Yeah. And we explored a lot. We hit some jumps. McKinney was kind of pressuring us to do something cool, but we're
you
like,
guys
dude.
hit jumps. I hit
You
like
shoveled.
1 or 2 jumps and wrecked, and I'm like, no, I suck at this.
Can we cue the wreck videos of that?
In front of the players engineers, they were super pumped. And I'm like, they can jump, I'll just shovel. Mav freaking killed it. It was super fun to watch you, man. I never got ridden with you.
How far of a drive was that for you?
Dude, that was like 10 hours? Yeah, about 10 hours.
And you showed up like a day late. We were like, where's Maverick?
Is it longer ride with like the gangster wheels or?
Yeah, speaking of
honestly, I'm going faster, like thinking I'm a pop tire the whole time. I'm like, oh,
that was
like 26s and a bunch of mud. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, Matt rolls up with these tires, this much rubber, this much rim, and he drove all night to get there so we could go ride. And the road was kind of mud puddled, and Maverick is driving like 3 miles an hour. I don't know, a good couple miles.
That's all the faster I could go.
All right, well, congratulations, you guys, for putting together that awesome video. I'm stoked that you guys were able to have such good times out there on the mountain.
That's what it's all about.
Springtime is actually one of my favorite times to ride, and of course, here's my shameless plug for Spring Fling. Coming this May. You guys should all come out. Everyone's invited. It's all for charity, so it's a free event, live food, live music, free food, free beer. We did a freestyle show last year, and it's the ultimate camp out. We had about 1,000 people camping out for the weekend. So think of that episode times 100.
Hey, Diz, do you think we could come?
Can we go?
Yeah.
I got a VIP section set aside for these guys. It's over in the big puddle on that one side, and we call it Shantytown. All right. Oh, you know what? We're here to give away stuff. So yeah, these guys are cool and they do cool stuff, but 509 makes some awesome gear, and so we're gonna give away our head-to-toe winner. That's boots, pants, jacket, goggles, helmet, gloves, and the winner from our pre-registered group is Kyle Brugeman, Bruegeman. You're going to get an email with how to win. Let's give him a big round of applause. We appreciate you guys jumping on and pre-registering. The odds are pretty good when you do that you're going to be a winner. So if you ever see these events coming up, make sure to pre-register so that you can win head-to-toe gear. I didn't feel like we gave out much stuff yet. Let's give out another gift certificate. Can I do that? Why they're always shaking their heads no. We're giving out another gift certificate. This is going to be for $509. I'm going to go ahead and just pick someone out of the chats here. And that is going to be Braxton Bricker. Congratulations. You just won $509 of 509 gear. You're going to get an email on how to jump on the website. Speaking of Bricker, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Brick West Brewery, for... Sorry about that. Thank you for sponsoring our events. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to always pre-register for these events. You want to be on the website, ride509.com/live, of course. Let's go ahead and jump into the next episode. This one was filmed and edited by Michael Reeves up in Canada, and this is going to be Cody Borchers. When did you guys start watching Cody? How old were you when you first saw Cody?
I was like 5 years old, and he's the other one that we're talking about.
He's been crushing it forever.
Like big distance, big jumps. Cody Borchers, Papa Borch is what we call him because he's like the OG, the Godfather.
He
mad
really
respect.
And he's super humble, like the nicest guy to talk to. He's got a family, just a phenomenal person.
Yeah. Does anybody know how old he is?
Whoa! I would guess like 39.
I'm gonna go with 62. Here comes the senior of the group, Cody Borchers. I think we got a pre-recorded interview to intro. Let's see what he's up to.
What's up, everyone? Cody Borchers here. Just checking in. I'm up at work, watching all the leaves turn yellow. I'm on a lucky location in Camano, BC, is where I'm working this summer, this winter. Looking forward to what's coming, because if them leaves are turning yellow, it means one thing: snow's on its way. We did a cool piece this spring for you guys. Pretty stoked for y'all to check it out. I had my good buddies Regan and Riley come and ride with me, Michael Reeve, pulled out the video camera and chased us around. So hope you all enjoy it. Hope you're having a deadly summer. Let's get ready for riding.
This is April, and this is some of the best spring conditions we can ask for. Cody.
Oh, really, the weather is working out good. We have 4 days of pure sunshine. I think we're even getting up to 22 on the weekend.
It's crazy.
So we're gonna utilize these times.
Hope you got the butter and garlic.
We're rolling down the logging road, and look who shows up, Regan.
I think he's full on fisherman now. He's not even gonna be riding a snow bike. So we got Regan coming out.
Without me?
Yeah. We got an all-time crew. 509 athletes are gonna be joining us later in the week, but we're staring at like 4 days of straight bluebird sunshine like this. This is gonna be crazy. And what's your goal? Like, what do you want to do with us while we're filming this week?
The really fun part about spring riding when we get into April is that we deal with the caribou closures. Caribou closures from January 1 to April 15th. So it's game on. That means that there will be untracked snow. Unless someone beats us to it, but I don't think so.
That's not going to happen.
Be the first ones there.
And these are complete zones that are closed to caribou closure throughout the middle of the winter months, but they open back up in the springtime. So we will be some of the first tracks on them in these entire large areas that potentially have some jumps, some drops. I know we're going to get some sick footage, so
absolutely,
this is going to be a sweet week.
No, it'll be good. It's going to be perfect.
Yeah, buddy.
Weather's
Let's
right.
do it.
One wheel 4K up.
Always call your kilometers, kids.
That's right. You don't want to get run over on the way down by a heavy. Of all things, I forget my darn pants, man.
That is his jeans, and he's going to be running in jeans today. A little playground here. You must have something in mind.
On a track in sight. That's what we're talking about. There's guaranteed to be something here.
Takes a few times to figure out how fast you can send it off a blind lip. Oh, I got what looked like a lip right here. It looks like a takeoff, right? And then once I see a takeoff, I try to find landing.
So close. Yet so far.
I think take 3 is gonna be the one.
We'll be a little bit more on point next year. We just had to focus on the house and get that thing built, get that operation happening. So
obviously you couldn't afford outerwear.
Yeah, the bank took that.
The bank's really tightening up on us with building this new house. We can't afford outerwear.
That bank, I started with the pants. I had to sell those off.
It used to be luck. You used to be funny. We used to have time. Time without money. We used to feel bad. We used to look sad. We used to have luck. Time without money. We seem to have the time it took. We used to have our things in place. Now reel me in, I've gone too deep. Forgotten what you used to say. We used to have time. We used to be careless. We used to look sad, but we couldn't care less. We seem to have the time it took.
All right, fellas, look at this backdrop. What a good end to day one. We got some drops, we got some jumps in there. Cody, good riding.
Yes, it was awesome, man. It was good. Good to have Regan along. He always inspires me to look at things a little differently and get weird off things.
And a boy, okay. Well, we are riding in this zone and we got no tracks here, no tracks there, and you're gonna take us to a zone tomorrow that don't have tracks either, right, Cody?
Yeah, tomorrow is gonna be a fun day. Last time I was in there was at least 20 years ago. Feels that way anyway.
Some of the 509 athletes haven't even been alive for 20 years, Cody.
Yeah.
Welcome to day two.
Yeah.
A little bit of sled maintenance for spring riding.
Sometimes, you get abusive on things and we'll just gotta check a few things over.
And we ready to ride?
And we'll be ready today.
That looks like a spring reaxle setup, Cody.
Right?
Yep.
The bulletproof setup.
That'll take the bombs.
Uh-huh. You can land sideways, do whatever you want.
Sweet.
The old Ice Age setup.
Nice. Day two, we got maintenance morning here.
You betcha.
Oil change.
Trying to keep everything running like it should and coming home at night.
I can't remember the last time I did an oil change on my sled. We're already off to a good start here, Borch. You got pants today.
Look at these. Now these are the real deal. I ain't getting wet today in these. One thing about this in the spring, best part about it is getting into these closures and pushing through in this good weather. Make sure you got the scratchers down because there's going to be some hard trails in the morning, I tell ya. So, let's go. Nailed it. This is sick up here.
This is just in the first few minutes. Cody just took a right up the mountain.
Thought we'd go check.
We figured we'd check this one out. That was fun.
Looking at
You know what the best part for me is? I get to go down.
Make one so big you'll push him right off his bike.
Oh,
yes. I found kind of a cool wind lip knuckle that was built up on the top of this really nice long profile. Had to remove a wind lip out of the way to actually get some speed at it, so this will be the first time actually after I pulled out a shovel. So let's boost it. We got an epic backdrop, and we have almost good feeling snow on this north side, shaded side, so let's have some fun.
It looks so good, you want to hit on a sled. Right? It look fun.
I think you're building this thing big enough to land in the valley in the background there, Cody.
Right? You bring you some action today, Michael.
It sounds like you're fired up right now.
Yeah. Well, about 2 minutes ago I was yawning, I couldn't stop. Found some energy.
Did you have an espresso up here?
I flew one in.
Bring a coffee maker up on the back of your sled.
Latte is what I need.
Good job, Regan.
All right, we'll have some fun.
Good cap to day 2, fellas. We got some air time. Cody, congratulations.
Yeah.
You grabbed some air for the first time this season. How did it feel?
Feels amazing. Halfway through our film shoot and starting to get on the gas. So it's good to come out of my shell because it took me a little bit to get going this season. So it's going to be a good trip.
Another nice bluebird day with not a cloud in the sky, as you can tell.
Very good.
And we're dropping into zones, Regan, with not a track. So nice.
You guys sound like you're not used to that.
in the world's busiest backcountry riding location that Revy is, to find no tracks is unreal.
I'd have to agree. It's just
so
amazing.
sick.
And the country here is just, it really is hard to beat in the views from the top.
Okay, well, good wrap to day 2, fellas. That was awesome. We got a day 3 to get ready for, so we're gonna head down, lather our skin in aloe, because I'm pretty sure I'm dealing with probably 1st or 2nd degree burns right now.
The poor filmers, man, you know, at least Regan and I are on and off with our helmets. These guys are just like sunglasses down to camera to sunglasses.
I'm gonna be about as red as my Polaris Chaos in the background is sitting there tonight. So
all worth it, buddy, all worth it.
Okay, well, let's go get ready for round 3 and do it all over again, boys. Good job.
All right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta drive a couple hours to get to the sweet spots. Had that funny feeling, Riley.
Way down deep in your soul.
We're headed in the right direction, buddy.
All but one has never been here. And Cody is like, what, 18 years ago?
Yeah, you know what? It still don't look the same.
Totally fresh in your mind, like it was yesterday, right?
I think it'll be the excitement of the new zone again. you
Yeah.
know?
Hey, you know me, I like adventure, so that sounds like adventure.
Yeah.
Shoot and pull, crack a jack, take off now, don't look back, but hey, don't you wanna play? Hold on, sugar, why you look so sad? Come on down, mama, ain't nothing here so bad. got a fast car, this star, party on the street. With Mary Jane, good cocaine, let it down there. Double down, throw some dice, take off now, don't think twice. Hey, don't you want to be? Baby, come on. Tell me where you want to go. But baby, I don't work down there anymore. No, I don't.
So that's Mount Borchers in the backdrop there. That's why we decided to find this little jump. Yeah. He's gonna jump through it.
And I wanted to make sure to track up everything else just above it to the left because it'll look good for the photo.
Oh, and behind that's where you were hill climbing.
Yeah.
Doesn't get nicer than that.
I didn't even see his head do a bobble this time. Do the same weird thing, like it's gonna go up and it's gonna feel really weird and he's gonna step off. Let's see. Yeah. A+ for the effort. What? Take 4? Take 5.
Is that 5 or take 6 now?
Might be 6. He thinks he's got her this time. Determination. It's good seeing him. That's what I did. Oh, that hurts the ribs. That hurts the ribs.
Just trying to hold on. Again, I just didn't commit the last second. You know that weird moment? I think that one would have worked better, but
15, 20 years ago, like free riding a motorcycle in winter just wouldn't happen in Canada. No way. You go to California. Nowadays, like, look at this. Playground free rides. Like, you just got to look at the mountain a certain way, and whatever tickles your fancy, you can pretty much make work.
Demons away when I write to give a piece of myself to the page. I don't do it for the praise, love. That's just how I'm made.
So good. That got a pretty good look back.
You're the first one to talk, but the last one to hear. Eyes blurry, but I couldn't see that. And he cleared down. Start to feel like I'm on one. Settle in, I'll be here for the long run. I'm a slave for the cash. Got snakes in the grass, no brakes on the ad, but it's all fun. You done seen it all, heard it all. How you have to give me space before I murder y'all. 10 bad here, I'ma curve them all. 12 missed calls, but I still made a curtain call. Here to light it up, lighten up. Hear him talking in.
Hey guys, the weather's rolling in. We better get out of here. We're almost out of fuel though. Will we make it out in time?
Guys, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
That was a sweet cap off. It was perfect, you know what I mean? Good crew. Good bunch of guys I knew would be a lot of fun to ride with. And look at this in behind us. Unreal.
3 days of the best weather we've seen all winter.
Yeah, this is sweet.
So good.
This is a lot better than the -30 we rode.
Definitely, a lot warmer. I'm just sad I didn't get all 3 days, so.
We're gonna do it even bigger and better next year. Yeah, it only getting started. I'm stoked for it.
All right, we're back. That was awesome. Those 2 episodes from Canada, I mean, we couldn't get over to the border this year, so it's their only taste for a bunch of us for Canada this year. So stoked to be able to have those drop this year. Thank you to everyone involved for making those possible. I guess now it is time to give the award for the best Canadian YouTube episode this year, and it was, drum roll. Episode 3, and this time they even told me the name, Polar Vortex, with Riley Suhan, with a VIP appearance with his dad. I think he made the video. Did you
Very
watch
nice.
It?
Yeah.
So nice.
He bring hammer to backcountry.
So thank you guys for putting all your time and effort into making that video possible. We really appreciate it. Great taste of Canada for us down in the U.S. that couldn't make it up this year. All right. Did I give away a head to toe yet? I did. Can we do another one? More head shakes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to do one more head to toe giveaway. That's boots, pants, jackets, gloves, helmet, goggles. I guess that's head to snow.
Literally head to toe.
Literally head to toe, head to snow. So we're going to do that right now. I'm just going to go up. I see a list of people that I'm allowed to pick from. And I'm going to do
Frosty.
Alex Hellerman. Congratulations. You'll be getting an email for head to toe gear. You get to pick out what you want. Jump on the website. The email will have all the details on how to get that. Now, it doesn't feel like we gave away much stuff this year, so I had the guys sign a limited helmet. This is not a limited helmet, it's the sharkskin helmet, but you'll have this before anybody else because this is one of our samples. So all the guys here signed it, and we're going to go ahead and pick someone from random for this.
Frostin'.
We have, this is going to be out of the chats, and the winner is Coach Davidson 203. Congratulations. You'll get an email on how to get this prize sent to you. And actually, you'll have that before anybody else. So you'll have the first Sharkskin Altitude 2.0. Pretty sick helmets.
With a bunch of scribble on it.
Yeah. Scribble. Half of these guys can barely write their name, but you know they call it a signature.
Ben had to sound his out, but he got it.
All right. You know I do like giving stuff away, so I'm going to give out a couple more. I think I have one more. They're saying one, yeah. 3 more. I'm going to give out 3 more. I don't like to listen to them anyway. So we're going to give out 3 more $509 gift certificates. First one is going to go. These are from the chats. So we really appreciate you guys jumping on, participating, getting active in the chats. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to do Frostin, F-R-O-S-T-Y-N. Congratulations, $509 coming your way. They're saying I can't do 2 more. I'm doing it. I'm just going to pick Luke Mueller. Luke Mueller, congratulations, $509 coming your way. And I think they're getting upset, but I'm going to do one more. Carson Delwich. Congratulations, $509 coming your way. You'll get an email on how to redeem those. Jump on the website, order the latest gear. You can get snow, dirt, whatever you want. Personally, I'd check out those new 509 bags. They're pretty ridiculous.
The heated ones, ignites.
I'm going to do one more thing. Can I do? They're like, what are you going to do? I'm going to let these guys all give away $100 gift certificates each. I'm going to give away one too. So there's, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $10,000 coming your way. We're each going to do it $100 each. We're going to do it within the next week. You guys can make up your own contests.
Yeah.
Can you handle it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Should CBoys only get one, or do they each get their own?
No, they get 3.
They each get their own? Jeez, I thought they were like one person. All right, so make sure to follow these guys on social media, all of us. We'll be figuring out a way to give out $100 each gift certificates on our social media. I think that pretty much wraps it up. I would like to say thank you to all the people behind the cameras. There's what, 10, 11 people back there? Thank you. I said guys, it's predominantly women behind the camera, so thank you, ladies, for all your hard work. We really appreciate it.
Very pretty ladies.
Make sure to follow all these guys on social media. Jump on the website, ride509.com. Check out the new gear. Get psyched for winter. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, wait. Most importantly, thank you 509 for the opportunity for us athletes to be able to do what we love and enjoy this lifestyle. It's truly like we live in a dream, and you just can't beat it. And thank you 509.
Wow, it doesn't get much better than that. All right, we'll see you on the next live episode coming to you live from the mountain. I'm going to make it happen. Who's in?
I'm in.
Woo!
Snowmobile.
All right,
See you on the snow.